Alright, the next button we have is the modify button. This one takes a little time to cover, so I'm going to try to squeeze this in to the 15 minutes that I'm allowed by YouTube. First thing is we're going to have something in here that we can play with to draw, but let's cover this default line properties. Right here you have the face width, heart thickness. Now the one I draw, I do copper foil mostly, so I will use these the most. Now when I'm going to draw something with a border, like for zinc came or lead, I change it to the lead came over here. Leave this alone. Here you can pick the color of your line, and let's say OK. And let's draw something. Here's a simple heart, something we can work with. Okay, let's go back to the modify button, and you notice that all of these are now available to you. Stretch is one of those odd buttons. To me, odd because I don't use it much, but you can make your item grow in such a size as that. Now basically I don't use that button that often. I prefer to use resize all, which covers it pretty much. So let's just shrink this back down. Now, an important part here on resizing is making sure you maintain your proportions. And let's take this back down to say 10 inches. And there we are. Excuse me. Okay, let's select that stretch all. Go to rotate. Rotate is one of these interesting buttons if you want to make this move around to upside down. There's 180 degrees. Now, the target gives you the center point. The arrows give you the turning control. And if you'll notice by the turning control, you actually have degrees in which you are changing your positioning. Move all, just set how many increments you want to move in which direction. And let's say I want this to jump over 10 spaces. I want to do it horizontally, not vertically. And you'll see that it jumps over. My increments up here are part of the ruler bar. That's 1 inch per square. Something important to notice. I'll explain more about that later. Move all is just that, and again you can move it. Now let's say that you want to repeat this particular drawing. You can repeat it several times there, and you notice that you got that done. And you can stack these over here. Let's get them back in the middle. Let's say you want to make a fancy heart or something like that. Any other thing, you can do that, like like so. Flip is an interesting one. Flip, you can flip it horizontally. Now on this one it won't show much, but let's do something else here. Let's draw an odd shape. We now have an odd shape on there. Some guy with a big nose, I guess. Excuse me. Okay, we go to modify, go to flip, horizontal. There, everything is flipped. It jumps from side to side. Now, if we want, go to modify, flip vertically, and there's everything flipped vertically. Snap to grid I don't use, but what you notice is that jumped up a little bit, puts the dots to grid lines. Since this is free form, it's not as much, but you'll notice it puts a dot on the grids. Now, straighten all is best shown. Let's just draw a curvy line. Let us select that curvy line. Modify, you want to straighten, and now it's straight. And it goes from your starting point to your ending point. Again, line properties is a place where you, if it's selected, you can change your drawing properties for that line. Let's say in this particular case, let me get this enlarged some. By the way, to bring your drawing and stuff into nearer focus or whatever, the minus and plus buttons on your computer board will do that for you. Say I want to change this line to 1/16th, or not 1/16th, 1/32nd for foil. Click it and you notice it gets skinnier. Now to emphasize that a little bit better, let's draw one like that. Get it up here in the screen. Okay, now we want to see what that line has for properties. Go down here, it's what it is. Let's say we want to change it. Now you see what I did? I forgot to select it. I've got to select the line before it will be changed. And there you have it. Make a frame is something where, let me back this out a ways. And select all, delete, let's say we have that particular shape. And make a frame, we'll select it all. And basically it just selects the outside portions, but let's let me show you how that works. There's an inside one. And let's go back to make a frame. And it selected only the outside. Okay, that's it for the modify button for right now. I'll have some more information on that as we go through all of these different buttons. I call these buttons up here, this is your icon bar, and we'll get to that shortly. Thank you.